Greetings guys, it's Funeka again. This is the report I was talking about, guys. Let me just move myself from there to there. This is the special report that shows that banks are not your friend. Banks are the greatest thieves on earth. Their job is to take money from you, even if it means they do it criminally. Look at these banks here. These are the banks that controls the world. Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, Bank of America. These are the guys who caused the biggest crash in 2018. As you can see here, it says Wall Street's 6 biggest bailout banks and their rap sheet and their ongoing crime sprees. What I want you to pay attention to is this: 8.2 trillion in bailouts, 351 legal actions, almost 200 billion in fines and settlements. How much crime must you commit to pay 200 billion in settlements? I mean, how much damage must you create into the financial system to be bailed out with 8.2 trillion American dollars? I mean, this is crazy. Forget the table of content. I want you to pay attention to this. This is mind-boggling. More than 300 major legal actions have resulted in more than 200 billion in fines and settlements. I mean, if this doesn't scare you guys, nothing will ever scare you. I mean, this is ridiculous. Major legal actions, 351. Sanctions, settlements, well over 369. 181 billion American dollars. Bailouts, 369. 8 trillion 278 billion 113 million 852 rand. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is like crazy. That's all I'm saying. I mean, number of major legal actions you can see here by bank. Okay, if you just scroll down right here, look at that. And some of these things include petty actions, like they are charging us like crazy and we are paying and we don't have a way out. Okay, this is ridiculous. Some of these things, okay, sanctions and settlement, government bailouts. How much more? I mean, how long does the world keeps on doing this? These bailouts are happening everywhere. How many of our own banks have been bailed out? Illegal or legal action. Part 1, 6 mega banks rap sheet. Illegal activities at national's 6 largest mega banks have continued since 2008 crash and bailout. They caused the crash, and after causing the crash, they are bailed out so they can survive and come and crash us again. And that's exactly what has been happening. It's still them, even here. Banks include Bank of America, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo. I mean, how long are these banks going to be bailed out for? If you look at this here, let me move myself down here. Cases were grouped in 3 categories. Pre-crash, before crash, which is 2018 and 2017, I believe. Crash related while the crash was going on. Post-crash, I mean even after the crash. How much more must... These banks are still being bailed out today. And there is a belief that some of these banks are not sound, even this day. But they are there, still taking out deposit and giving out money. I mean, look at that. I mean, really, guys, look, if you're not prepared to learn and understand how the monetary system really works, you're going to think that the bank is your best friend. The bank is not your best friend. Read this and learn and understand. And in fact, what you should do is they have great videos on the internet about the monetary system, how it is designed and how it's supposed to work and how it makes money. The one thing that you need to take away from this is understanding that debt is good for the banks. It's not good for you, but that's how they make money. The more debt they create, the more money they make. Debt is good for business people. The more debt you have, the more debt you can have. Meaning, the more debt you have, the more money you can borrow. It's a crazy situation. The more indebted you are as a business person, the more money you can make. Part 2, the 6 mega banks bailout. I mean, I don't think I even want to read this. But what I wanted to do was to bring this to your attention so that when I keep referring to 2008 crash, you understand what I'm talking about. And when I'm saying to you, this crash, they say they fixed it. They didn't. All they did was just put grass on it and let it lay low for a few years. Right now, the crash is imminent yet again. Even after all these bailouts that you see here, there is a crash that is looming right beneath everybody's feet. And if this crash is not controlled, there is no telling what will happen. Which is why cryptocurrencies have suddenly taken the attention of the IMF. Because if you think about it, the IMF and the World Bank, if you don't look at them properly, they seem like they're doing the same thing. Their functions, their outputs are almost the same, but they are two different people. So it looks like IMF is happy to bring in cryptocurrency industry, and so that it can rescue the fiat monetary system as we understand it. And this is happening, and it's happening now. Hence, Christine Lagarde, their managing director in the conference that they are having, she said that if banks don't change, if banks don't adapt, they will be left out. Not only just left out, but they will perish. They will disappear. Those were her own words. They will disappear. Why? Because we are moving away from fiat money. We are moving away from this debt that they have created. We are moving to cryptocurrencies. In fact, from what I can see, it looks like cryptocurrencies are going to be supported and given the necessary governance that it needs to pay off this debt. You know, America is 20 trillion indebted. So the cryptocurrency system is supposed to pay off that debt so that we are now in a level playing field. We start afresh. Everybody gets a chance to do it right this time, hopefully. But it shows that monetary systems don't last. How many monetary systems have we had over the years? Many. I mean, some of them are gold and silver. In those days, before we moved over to money, which is paper money that's not backed by the gold and silver like it should have been then. Now we're moving into cryptocurrencies. So cryptocurrencies will be given that 50, 100 years or whatever years that it requires to see if it can be developed further and last longer and stay and put everybody in an equal footing. And for how long, we don't know. But what you need to understand is that we are moving away from fiat money. The banking that you know is going to change completely. All right, guys, that is all I am saying. Bye for now.